Christine, honey, you are a very smart person, but you're also a woman. And sometimes those two things just fight each other. Let me explain something to you about guys. See, when Luth and I are talking about cars and trucks, we go to a special place. Yeah, it's not located on any map. It's located right here. Right here. It's called Men's Town.
Men's Town?
Yeah, that's right. Capital M, capital T, Men's Town.
I'd love to see this place.
Well, you can't. See, because it's where men go to hunt with their bare hands and talk about chainsaws. Where no one ever asks, does this make my butt look too big? But what are you thinking? Because in Men's Town, we're always thinking the same thing. Isn't that right, Luth? Huh? We're always thinking, man, I'd love a great big juicy steak.
And when we were younger in Boys Town, it was a hamburger.
Right.
And you talk with your mouth full there, too.
Look, my point is, there is trust and friendship between men. There's no deals going south. There's no lawyers there. There's only real men.
And a few good dogs.
I think you both lost your minds. Or in Men's Town, you all just share one.
Do you think you speak for the average American male?
Well, I don't know, but I do know there's been a lot of this so-called male bashing going on, and sometimes I think it goes too far. I mean, men may not be as sensitive as women, but maybe that's a good thing.
Where's your heart?
Oh, please. Let's start with men have no hearts things. Men's hearts are just as big as women's.
Bigger in Olympic years.
Well, we don't let our hearts control our lives.
Maybe you should once in a while. Maybe the world would be a better place.
Well, and it pains me to have to say this, but I know it's not a popular theory. That is why you do not see Americans rushing to elect a woman president.
Why?
No, because you people let your hearts control your heads. With a man in power, you never have to worry about their heads being connected to anything.
You know, you're right, Hayden.
All right, finally. One for our side.
Do you really think of it as sides, men versus women?
Well, I don't know if it's that, but I do think that men and women have had their traditional roles for hundreds of years, and now the roles are changing, and anytime there's change, there's bound to be confusion and a few hurt feelings along the way.
I can't believe in this day and age you're feeling insecure because I make more money than you.
Well, it's not just me. Any man would, in any day and any age, honey.
This is ridiculous.
This is not ridiculous. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, no. This is basic biological male-female stuff. This goes back to the beginning of people. This is all about the male primitive instinct to go out and kill something and drag it back to the hut so you can feed your family. You sure as hell don't want to come home to your hut and find out that your wife is dragged in something bigger.
Oh, God, Hayden, we don't live in the Stone Age anymore.
Maybe you don't, but I do.
And yet you and Christine have a very successful relationship. How do you account for that?
Well, basically, I figured out the secret of marriage. It's all about freedom. Every married guy has got to feel like he's got some, because if he doesn't, he'll go crazy. He's going to be like a caged animal.
Oh, God, I'm in prison!
What?
Ever since Judy and I got engaged, we're constantly doing stuff together, and I like it, but sometimes I feel trapped, like I don't have my freedom anymore, like I never will again.
Well, Tom, you know that's normal for a guy when he first gets engaged.
It is?
Sure, because it's true. Those days of laying around in your underwear all weekend or eating the same frozen dinner every night for a year, gone.
My God, what's left?
Not that bad. Stuff you don't get to do gets mainly replaced by other stuff.
Like what?
Well, Mainly the stuff she wants to do. But you keep doing some of the stuff she wants to do, eventually you get to do some of the stuff you want to do, see? It's called give and give and give and take.
I want a motorcycle.
A motorcycle? You're gonna have to give and give and give and give and give and give and give for that.
Since when have you wanted a motorcycle?
Well, it's kind of been a dream of mine all my life, but mostly I've wanted one since Saturday. See, Judy and I, we spent the day shopping for stemware, and on our way out of the last store, we just happened to go past this little motorcycle shop, and there was this incredible bike in the window. It just grabbed me. It was beautiful. Then Judy grabs me. She says, "Don't you even think about it." It was like I was with my mother. Well, now I want one more than ever.
Then you should get one.
What about Judy? She'd never forgive me.
Dauber, don't you see what Judy has done? She's forced you into buying it.
Yes?
Dub, if you don't get that motorcycle now, you're going to resent Judy for the rest of your life. It's going to fester inside of you until one day it finally explodes. And when it does, it's going to take your marriage with it. You don't know when it's going to happen. It could come at any time. You could be in one of those antique stores when you're 50. You're going to be eyeing a walking stick. And Judy said, "You don't need a stick." You say, "Yes, I do. I need it for this." So to my way of thinking, you need that motorcycle just to save your relationship.
We've been talking a lot about relationships. When we return, we'll talk with Christine about her views on the subject. As One-on-One continues right after this.
I'm very impressed, Hayden. Writing wedding vows is something that a lot of men would not be comfortable doing.
Well, Christine keeps saying it's one of the reasons she fell in love with me, because I have this wonderful feminine side. I really have a pretty good masculine side, too. It's just that the longer I've known her, the smaller it gets.
We're back with Hayden's wife, Christine Armstrong. Thank you for joining us today.
You drag her into these things.
Would you quit complaining? You've been whining ever since we left home.
Well, look at me. You feel like Engelbert Pumpernickel.
It's Humperdinck.
What is?
The guy's name is Engelbert Humperdinck, not Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel's bread.
Well, whatever. If you hadn't told me about this at the last minute, I could have got a black tux like everybody else.
Who's that?
Who's who?
Woman over there. I think that's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, Luther.
That's Mrs. Hubert Humphrey.
No, not her. One on the left. One who's my age.
It's Christine Armstrong.
Who's she?
Christine Armstrong, the newscaster on Channel 60. Don't you ever watch TV?
Of course I watch TV. Don't watch the news. She's married. We'll go find out.
I'm gonna go check out the crab closet.
I agree, it's a wonderful headline, but it never happened.
Hi. Hysterical story. I was laughing so hard I thought stuff was going to come out of my nose. I meant that as a compliment. Hey, hi, I'm Hayden Fox.
Christine Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, I know. World famous Christine Armstrong. Everyone knows Christine Armstrong. You're a newscaster.
That's right.
I'm Hayden Fox.
I know. That's what you just said.
Yeah. Listen, I don't come to these things very often, so I don't know what the proper etiquette is or anything, but I just want to tell you, I think you're about the sexiest woman I've ever seen in my whole life.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, come on. I can't be the first guy to ever tell you that.
You're the first guy to ever tell me that who wasn't working on a construction site.
I would take that as a compliment. You married?
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, I don't want to go fishing if the pond is empty.
Suddenly I've become the sexiest trout you've ever seen.
Oh, wait a minute. This is coming out all wrong. I mean, I didn't mean to offend you. Let me start all over. I'm Hayden Fox, and I just think you're an incredibly attractive woman.
Well, thank you.
And I was just wondering if we could go someplace and kiss or something.
Do you always come on to women this way?
No, of course not. But you're the first woman that's ever excited me so much to come up with all this great stuff.
Well, great as it is, I really think I should be getting back to my date.
Huh? Well, who's your date?
The lieutenant governor.
Wow. You're still awake? I mean, are you guys serious about each other?
I wouldn't know. This is the first time we've ever been out. Now, please, I really have to get back.
Wait a minute. Can I call you?
I don't even know you.
Oh, yeah, you do. I told you I'm Hayden Fox. I'm a football coach. And I mean, although it must seem like I live an incredibly full life, there is this huge void where you belong.
Look, this is all very charming in a sledgehammer sort of way.
Oh, look, I didn't mean to steamroll you. I did. But I'm an impatient guy. When I see something I want, I just go after it. Now, all I want to do is just call you.
Fine. I'm at Channel 6. I'm there every day. You can call the switchboard.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. But I'm going to back off for now because I don't want to seem pushy, right? Unless you like pushy. You like pushy?
I really have to go.
Right. Oh. Now, listen, I haven't struck out here, have I? I mean, you don't hate me or anything, do you?
I don't hate you.
I'm going to call you. You said I could call you.
You can call me.
Okay. Christine, I will tell you, that dress is driving me out of my mind.
So what finally won you over? There was just something about him. It was totally emotional and completely irrational. And how long before you two finally got married? 8 years.
Well, actually, that was my fault. I felt I wasn't really traditional marriage material, and things were going so great the way we were, I didn't want to change anything.
That must have taken an enormous amount of patience on your part.
Well, at one point, when I realized the relationship wasn't progressing, we broke up.
How'd you get back together again?
It was Christmas Eve. In fact, I was in the middle of a newscast, and he just showed up. I'll be back with the weather for the vacationing Jess Gale, and sports for the vacationing Bob Clifton, and a commentary on behalf of the vacationing Howell Putnam. Hayden, what in the world are you doing here?
Well, I just wanted to wish you Merry Christmas, Christine.
You drove all the way to Minneapolis in a blizzard to tell me that?
No, I wanted to talk, too.
I'm in the middle of a broadcast right now.
Yeah, well, that's okay, Christine, because I'm pretty focused about what I want to say. Christine, I got this wonderful gift tonight. I found out from Beth that I'm not a marriage killer.
What are you getting at, Hayden?
And bye. Yeah, okay, well, see, what I'm getting at is 2 months ago, you were willing to spend the rest of your life with me. Huh? And if I could commit to that, would you still have me? I mean, don't answer yet. Just let me make sure that we understand each other, okay? See, I am not a traditional guy, okay? I mean, see, I'm not going to be coming home at 5 o'clock for dinner every night.
That's good, because nobody would be there. Did you think I was going to be home every night, cooking you dinner?
You won't be?
No.
Not ever?
I do the news 5 nights a week. I'm doing the news right now.
1 minute.
So what is your point, Hayden?
Well, hold on here, Christine. I'm still thinking about this dinner thing. Okay, well, you know, marriage is a give and take thing. We can settle this later. I mean, the point is, if we were to get married, I wouldn't have to change who I am, right? I mean, nothing would change, right?
Well, of course something will change. Our relationship will change. Marriage would mean that we had committed to each other. That both of us had someone we could cherish and enjoy and count on for the rest of our lives.
That's all, right?
I think that's a lot.
Well, it is, but I'm sure I could do that.
You could?
Pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure.
So what are you saying, Hayden?
5 seconds.
Damn, I'll be right back.
In 3, 2.
Hi, we're back. And now for a commercial.
We're clear. Christine, what the hell are you doing? We just had a commercial.
Just give me a minute here, Bill.
You've got 30 seconds.
So what is it you were saying?
Well, Chris.